LaLiga Insiders is back on the track, and we come back stronger than ever with Gemma and Rodrigo Faez. We are ready to tell you the best breaking news on La Liga. For example, we're going to start with Real Madrid and a big name for the defense for the next year. Now, Madrid, at least what my sources tell me, are monitoring Antonio Rudiger, Chelsea central back, who has been really important for Thomas Tuchel in the past 2 years. He's been one of the key players for the Chelsea of the defensive line, and he's one of the most important guys that is going to be free by the 13th of June. So that's why Real Madrid is monitoring his situation. At the beginning of the season, everyone in Spain were linking Rodrigo, Rudiger and Real Madrid. By then, Real Madrid said no to Rudiger because they consider he was very expensive, and also they consider that David Alaba and Militao were growing up very well. The thing is that now they think that they need some kind of improvement on the left or right back. So that's why maybe they're thinking on going with David Alaba to the left back and need to another one central back such as Antonio Rudiger. As we know, there are lots of European clubs that are knocking on his door, but Real Madrid is in love right after the quarterfinals knockout against Chelsea. That's why Real Madrid now is interested on Antonio Rudiger. Let's see how it develops, and let's see if finally Antonio Rudiger comes to Madrid. Let's see. What about you, Gemma? Any breaking news in Barcelona about the stands, the supporters? You told me something about that?
Yeah. Well, we could talk about Rudiger as well, as Barcelona, one of the interested teams as well. But let's start with the consequences of what happened last week when Barcelona were knocked out from the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt. What I've been told is that the players felt robbed in their own home when these 30,000 supporters of Eintracht Frankfurt came into the Camp Nou with white T-shirts and cheering so much to the team. I've been told that the players felt really strange, really upset and disappointed. One of the players who was more sad, it was Marc-André ter Stegen, the goalkeeper. You know, he's the first to go to do the warm-up, and he used to listen to cheers, to clapping of the stands. Well, he could just listen to whistles and to the fans away from home insulting him in German, in his language. So he's one of the players who's more upset about that situation. Also, Xavi, the coach, he was outraged because he thought they needed this little extra push, this little extra support of the stands, and the fan base was not there. The home away team was there, and they felt really bad. So Barcelona's investigation is still going on to find what's really happened, and the locker room has asked about a formal explanation to understand what happened last Thursday.
Back in Madrid, I'm going to introduce to all of you a big name that's going to be very famous. You know who Kylian Mbappe is? Yeah, we know that. Let's talk about Mbappe once again, the PSG player, and their future, and his future linked to Real Madrid. Everyone is saying in Madrid that, as we said the week before, the past week, that Real Madrid is still optimistic, and they do believe and trust Mbappe and his word at the end of the last summer window transfer. That's why they keep on doing that. They are confident on Mbappe to come to Real Madrid the next summer, but now there's kind of a struggle in between Mbappe's lawyer and Real Madrid board in terms of Mbappe's right images. So that's why Mbappe wants the 100% of his image right, so he can develop and he can explode in terms of marketing, international marketing and digital marketing to get more money when if he sorry for that, comes to Real Madrid. So that's why that's one of the key point of the negotiation. They expect, to be honest, to be solved up in 2-3 weeks. At least that's what my sources tell me from Real Madrid. Let's see how it ends up. But to sum up, Real Madrid is still confident on Mbappe to come to Real Madrid, but they have to solve out the image rights of Mbappe because he wants the 100% for him. In Barcelona, back to you, Gemma. What do you have about Gavi and Araujo renewals contract?
Yeah, well, Rodri, Barcelona have to start thinking about next season, and this week it's gonna be a lot of work about renewals. That's why Mateo Alemany will meet with the agent of Araujo, Edmundo Capchi, and they will probably close the deal because they are really, really close. My sources tell me that in the club they are really surprised in a positive way about how easy both player and agent put it to reach an agreement. And now number one priority is Gavi, because Bayern and some other top European teams are interested in the 17-year-old, as they know Barcelona, they need to make an effort to increase the contract of the player. Now he's playing with a non-professional contract. He's not even 18-year-old. He's not a professional yet, but of course he's one of the most promising talents in Europe. And so Mateo Alemany will be meeting later this week with Gavi's agent, Ivan de la Peña, to try to be closer, because now both parts are really far, even though the priority of both parts is to continue. He has a contract until the end of 2023, so they need to start putting pen into paper to start being more close to an agreement.
Let's go back to Madrid and let's talk about Atletico Madrid and the plans that Simeone's side has for next window transfer in the next summer. They know that they've struggled the whole season with the defensive line. The thing is that Simeone wants to prioritize central back for the next year, because he has Jimenez, which is one of the key guys at the defensive line. But the thing is that he gets injured too much. Then he has Faez. He didn't have that luck that he had in the past seasons with the injuries too. So that's why they need another one, because everyone would say about, hey, what else? What about Felipe? Felipe, the guy who was Porto former player. The thing is that he did a really bad year. So that's why they don't really rely on him any longer. And that's why Simeone has asked the club to get and to look for a big central back, a nice one, someone with experience, not to have these problems that they have this season. So that's why Simeone is focused on this. He's focused on getting maybe another right or left back too. But the thing is that he prioritizes another central back, not to suffer as they've suffered this season. To end up in Barcelona, Gemma, what do you have about, for example, Samuel Umtiti, Sergi Roberto? Any news about them?
Yes, Rodri, because we talk about the players who are really close to be at Barcelona next season. Let's talk now about names that probably they won't, unless there is a big change. So about Sergi Roberto, it's complicated because sports direction, they need to clean up the locker room. They need to make room for the new signings that Xavi needs. But he's a special player. He's a captain. He's made in the academy, and Xavi himself and Laporta would be happy with his renewal, but this is choking a little bit with the sports direction. And about Samuel Umtiti, he's one of the players Barcelona wants to get rid of. They need to. He was trying to combine Xavi. He was not able. Barcelona are grateful with him because, you know, at the beginning of this year, he agreed to renewal until 2026 only as a solution to balance the books and to be able to sign the winter, to register the winter signings. But it didn't work either with Xavi. He doesn't have a place in this team. So my sources tell me that he's starting to see an exit to leave Barcelona because he won't be playing here. And they both parts are thinking about Olympique de Lyon, his former team. And for the first time since he's been a Barcelona player, he's thinking about leaving it and living there, leaving Barcelona and trying to find a future in another team. And he would be seeing with good eyes this Olympique de Lyon, his former team. Rodrigo.
Well, comment below, subscribe, like this video, and turn your notifications on. Thank you very much, Gemma. See you next week. LaLiga Insiders. Bye.